Okay, here we go. We are live. Hello guys, how you doing today? How is this Saturday? How is this going on? Let me tell you that I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here with you. Really, it's unbelievable, and that every single time I just can't wait when Saturday comes. I'm so happy because I'm here just speaking with you, and this makes me so happy. So hello to Lolly, hello to Irina, and hello to whoever else is about to come. If you're new, just say hello, say your name, say that's it. just introduce yourself, because you're definitely welcome. Whether you are watching this as a live session or as a streaming session, you're definitely welcome. Welcome to Manuel. Hello my friend. How you doing? How you guys doing? I'm sure you're fine. Let me know, because I'm so happy to know you. I'm happy to know about you, about your lives. So as you're writing, hello Chaturika, welcome with us. As you are writing, let me tell you, if you knew what's gonna happen today. So basically, this is pretty much an hour-long lesson where we're going to learn a lot of vocabulary in context, and I'm going to answer to your questions. So in the first half an hour, we're going to take care of your questions, the one you send me during the week, and in the second half an hour, we're going to play together this beautiful game called Vocabulary Challenge. Oh yes! And by the way, today is probably this is probably the 7th or 8th time that we're playing this game, and I see that it's going well. I see you guys like it. So just so you know, I've decided that after 12 episodes, if we can call it this way, after 10 episodes, we are going to change a little bit the things around. Okay, so in a few Saturdays, some things will change. There will be some new surprises, and of course, well, we're going to make this live streaming better and better, right? So there will be a few surprises, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. But of course, time we'll see. Okay, so first of all, let me also say hello to Adele. Hello and happy Saturday to you, Adele. Welcome with us. And let me see, Manuel, you're asking me how am I? Well, first of all, I'm great because I'm here speaking with you guys, and also I'm great because my nose is recovering because I had recently had nose surgery. You may know about it, and it's slowly recovering. You see, it's still pretty big. Okay, not small. It's still pretty big, but it takes time. Yes, doctor told me that it's gonna take about a year to get back to its original size, so well, it's just the way it is. And let me see, Lolly, glad to see you again. Yes, glad to see you too. Absolutely, again, absolutely. Welcome with us. So I think it's time to begin, right? It's time to begin because today I received a few. Oh, I still had this on, okay. Today I've received a few questions, and by the way, if you don't know how to get in contact with me, it's very simple. If you want to ask me a question, there's a link down here. If you just press the link and you get into a simple Google form with 2 questions, your name, your question. So it's very simple. I don't even ask you your email address, but it's fine, so don't worry. It's very simple. You have a question, you fill it in the form, and next Saturday, I will answer to you. All right? So let's begin with the first one, which is from Adam. Hello, Adam. I know you told me that you are not with us today because, of course, it's Easter time. And hey, by the way, you guys, hey, happy Easter, right? Happy Easter to you guys, right? I almost forgot, right? Yeah, I was so caught up in this weekly appointment that I almost forgot. Today is like the Easter time. It's Easter time. It's Easter period, right? So happy Easter to you guys. And of course, this is why Adam actually sent me this question, but then he also told me that he would have watch this one later on because he's busy with his family. So hello Adam, I know you're watching it later on, so you're still working with us. So your question is, what's the difference between figure out and understand, and when to use a specific word? Okay, so first of all, let's put both the phrases figure out and understand. Okay, let's put them both into a kind of a simple form, as in, instead of figured out, which is a past, let's go with figure out. And on the other side, we have understand. It's fine, right? Now, they are both actions, okay? Meaning that they are something you do, right? They're verbs. And what's the main difference? Now listen to this one, because if you probably you know understand, but maybe you don't know about figure out. And this is a very nice word to use in a lot of contexts, in a lot of situations. So if you don't know this word, or if you want to know the difference, stick around because I'm about to tell you. So the easier to understand is understand, right? Because understand is when you maybe listen to something, like now you listen to my voice and you understand what I say. Now, figure out has a very similar meaning, okay? So they both mean understand, right? But there's a difference, okay? There's a difference. So to really understand it, well, I'm going to use pen and paper, right? I'm going to use pen and paper because guys, it's just easier this way. So if I write down understand, okay, you can clearly see that this word can be split into different parts, right? Understand. Now, what's the image of under? The image of under is something that is under, you know. For example, you see this arrow, right? Now we're going to build a table. This is a table. Voila. This is a table. Look at this is a beautiful table, eh? And I place this one here, right? And this dot is under the table. Okay, so far so good, right? Now stand on the other side, on the other hand. Stand on the other hand is when you stand on a surface, for example, okay? So to stand is to be grounded is to be rooted, right? Rooted. So basically is when you stand on something. Imagine these are your feet, okay? Look how beautiful they are, okay? These are your feet, and these feet are grounded, okay? So you stand. Now, if you understand, means that if this is the surface, look at the surface, this is the surface, okay? You see you're under, okay? So you go down, you go down, you really understand, you stand down, as in you deeply understand something, okay? So this is the image of it, is when you deeply understand it. So basically, how do you use understand? Well, for example, if you say I understand English, means that you comprehend what is going on, right? If I ask you how's it going, you can answer to me. This is to understand, okay? And especially to understand is when you understand every single word. So for example, if I ask you how's it going, and you understand the single words, that is understand. But if you only understand the meaning, as in how's it going is very similar to how are you, then you figure out, okay? Now let's understand figure out, okay? Figure Figure out. Now here we already have two words, right? So we don't need to split anything. Figure out. Now, what's figure? Of course, this is an action. We said that before, right? So when you say figure, it means you imagine something. All right? Here, let me see. Yeah, this one. Figure, to figure is just like to imagine. To imagine. So basically, it's very similar to the way I'm describing things, okay? So you use the image, okay? You use the image to understand something, okay? So when you figure something, it means that you understand something with the image of it. And then we have the word out. What's out? Well, let's imagine this is a box. Out is out of it, right? So if you figure out something, you imagine something, and you're able from that image to take out the meaning of what you're talking about. Okay, so basically this is a lot of theory, okay, but in practice, back to the phrase how's it going, okay, you know the image of it. The image is similar to how are you. So for that reason, you figure out that you're talking about how are you, and you're able to understand and you're able to answer, right? But if you understand, means that you really see every word as a how apostrophe s it going, going, okay, like this. Okay, so going, okay, how's it going, how's it going? If you're able to understand every single word, understand their meanings and why they're there, how they used, all these little things, then you understand, okay? If you're able to understand them with them, finding the images, okay, and then you understand the meaning, then you'll figure it out. And by the way, you first figure out English and then you understand it, okay? So if you right now don't understand English but you can figure it out, it's okay. It's totally fine and you're definitely on the right track. Now let me just make sure my chat is connected. Yes, yeah, my chat is connected, okay? Because sometimes the chat I'm using here, okay, freezes and I can't see what you say. But anyway, it's not a problem. So anyway, back to us. To figure out is also used when you want to put the pieces of something together to understand a situation, to maybe solve a problem. This is because of the image. You see, the image is to imagine, and out of that imagination you find a meaning, you find a solution, right? For this reason, you can use, for example, I need to figure out how to go to the supermarket today. I need to figure out how to go to America. I know, Lolly, you want to go to America, right? So, oh no, not America, sorry. Yeah, you want to go to the UK, right? So you want to figure out how to do it, right? You don't need to understand how to do it. You don't need that. You just need to figure it out. You need to understand. You need to figure out the various pieces of the puzzle and then understand the solution, right? So for that reason, you say, I need to figure out how to go, right? So I think you guys understood, right? I think you guys understood this explanation. Let me know if this explanation was clear. If you understood it, okay, or if you figured it out, let me know, because I'm very curious to know. And if you have any questions about it, just put them down here and I'm going to answer. Meanwhile, let's go on with the second one, which is from Lolly. Hello, Lolly. And You say, what's the difference between gathering and meeting? Okay, we can really, this is very easy, it's very straightforward. First of all, I'm happy to see that Irina got it. Okay, very well. Now, what's the difference between gathering and meeting? Well, this is very easy to understand with the images. For this reason, let's go and find some images, right? So let's go with gathering, and let's go over images, of course. And then we're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna put meeting. Okay, so now the word you're probably most familiar with is this one, is meeting, right? And meeting is this. Any of these images is a meeting. Okay, usually meeting is something you do when you meet people. When you meet people for work, oftentimes, as you can see by these images, it's very clear. Like each of any of these images, right? And I don't know, like look at this one. Look at how formal this image is, right? This image is pretty formal. You can see it by the way they're dressed, right? So they're wearing a tie and I mean, like they're wearing very, very formally, and for that reason, this is a meeting. Same here, a little less formal, but I mean, it's pretty clear this is something related to work. You see, they're happy, okay, they're happy, but at the same time, you see that they have laptops and paper and pen, and this guy here is explaining this is a meeting, right? So when you're talking about a meeting, this is what you refer to. But now let's look at gathering. Let's look at how different this is. Now look at this. Look at this. Can you see immediately? You guys tell me actually, what's the difference between these images, right? And these images. What's the difference? I'm sure you are starting to understand, right? Because any of these images doesn't speak formally, right? None of these images speaks formally, right? Look at them. In fact, a gathering is an informal meeting. A gathering is a few people joining together, oftentimes to celebrate. Like these guys here. They're on a gathering, okay? They're on a social gathering, right? Or this one. Look at this one. Okay, I hope you guys already ate, because I did eat already, but by looking at these images, I just want to be with them. I want to be at this gathering. Yes. Yes, this is a food gathering by the look at it. You see the importance of gathering with family, right? Because you don't have a meeting, right, with your family. Like when you meet your mom and your dad and your sisters and brothers, you're not this guy, right? I'm sure you're not. When you speak with your family, you're more like this, I guess. At least, I mean, this is my family. When we meet, but this is what it means. You know, like a lot of food, a lot of good time, and pizzas together, and just in general, you know, that's a good time. That's a gathering together. Okay, look at this. The other gathering in your family, right? So, as you can see, these are the kinds of images that come up. So as you can see now, I guess the explanation is very easy. So you want to use gathering in informal situation, and usually you hear it paired with social gathering or gathering with your family, and you're going to use meeting with more formal situations. So you have a work meeting, you want to meet with your colleagues, you want to meet with your clients, with your prospect. So anytime you are meeting for work or you're meeting formally, that's a meeting. If you're meeting informally, that's a gathering. Right? And pronunciation, gathering, okay, gathering, there's a th there. I know it's a bit confusing for a few people. Gathering, right? Anyway, back to us. Let's go ahead, right? Let's go ahead with Lolly. Another one for you. hold on, I think let me just double check because I'm not sure that this is yours. Okay, so let me do something. Hold on just a minute, just be patient for a second, because I may have left by mistake the same name. So let me see which is which. So the first was from Adam, the second one was from you, Lolly, yes, and the third one, yeah, it was from you again. Yeah, okay, perfect, okay. Just to make sure, you know. So what's your question is, what's the difference between under and underneath, right? Let me see. Oh, by the way, you're saying, you girls are saying Irina and Lolly. So Irina saying, gathering is a new word for me. I didn't know it. Thanks, Lolly, to ask this question. Now, yeah, oh, that's awesome. And meeting on purpose, discussing something. Yeah, definitely. Yes. When you that's another very good example of the word meaning, Lolly. Absolutely. Yes. You meet somebody on purpose, but the action meet, okay, this is good also with friends, but when it comes to the word meeting, you don't have a meeting with a friend, okay? Even if you meet them on purpose, you don't have a meeting with a friend. You hang out with a friend, okay? But that's another thing. And because we have your other question plus other things, we're going to answer to that one another time. Back to us and back to the difference between under and underneath, right? So what's the difference? Easy. Of course, we're going to get back here, right? Because we already have the word under. And by the way, this is just by pure chance. I don't think you and Adam actually got together to ask these questions. So just by pure chance, we already have the drawing of the word under, right? So this is under, and under is when something is under, okay? We already understood that, but this is underneath. This is underneath. Underneath. Here you go. So the difference between under and underneath is that under it just doesn't give you any idea of the space in between. Underneath is telling you that something is happening under some kind of surface, okay? Under some kind of surface. For example, I know that in France, okay, actually in Paris, right, there are the catacombs, right? And they are underneath, okay? Underneath the city of Paris, there's a whole array of tunnels that were used in the past to bury their death, okay? So, well, yes, yeah, this is France. Okay, so it's a beautiful city, Paris, but underneath Paris, there's a lot going on, right? Now, just in case you haven't understood what I said, let's go back here. So I want to show you what I mean. If we go with Paris, catacombs, okay, catacombs. These are the Paris catacombs, and they are tunnels underneath the city. Underneath the city, I'm sure you, Lolly, know what I'm talking about. Underneath the city is where they used to bury their dead, and this is clear by the fact that it's full of skulls and bones, and anyway, you get the point, okay? But anyway, there's not only that, because underneath can be used for anytime you're talking about something that lies underneath another surface. For example, this page, okay, this very page, there's another one underneath. Maybe you can't see it. Now you can see it, right? So there's another one underneath, all right? Or underneath this pen holder, there's my desk, right? So every time there's a surface, you use underneath. And it's very useful, because if you only say under, you don't really, you're not explaining enough the concept. You're not explaining enough what you're talking about. Imagine you're looking for your phone, okay? And they, maybe you're looking for your phone and they tell you, oh, it's under your bed. Well, if they say it's under your bed, then you go look under your bed, right? But if they say it's underneath your bed, well, you have to really think about it. This example I made is pretty meaningless, right? This example is really meaningless because if it's underneath the bed, means that, well, basically it depends on how your bed is, but you have to really, hold on. Look, let's go with bed, okay? Bed. Now, here you go. So if you're looking for your phone, okay, and you look at this image and I tell you it's under the bed, you tell me no, it's impossible, right? It's impossible. But if I say to you it's underneath the bed, then you may wonder how it ended up underneath it, but you will try to lift the bed to see where your phone is, right? But it can also be underneath the bed sheets, right? Maybe it's underneath the bed sheets. All right? The bed sheets is what this one. You see the blue one here? This is a bed sheet, okay? So if the phone is under the bed, but it cannot be under the bed sheets, but it can be underneath the bed sheets, right? There you go. And this is just an example, right? But there may be a lot of other examples. I guess you know anyway the difference between the two, right? So let me know if it's not clear. I'm right here to answer to you, and I see that the explanation anyway so far is being crystal clear. Awesome. So let's go on with Irina's question. Hello, Irina. And you say eventually, in the end, at the end, what's the difference? How can I use them? Okay, them. Okay, the end is an M. Okay, I wrote it down wrongly, but that's just a typo. Irina actually said them with the final M. Anyway, let's understand it. Let's understand the difference between eventually, in the end, at the end. Of course, back to our paper, right? Back to our paper. Now, because we're talking about something like this, we kind of need some kind of a timeline, all right? So this is our timeline. Look how beautiful. This is our timeline, okay? Now, you can use, let's go with the easiest first, okay? So the easiest to understand is at the end or in the end. At the end talks about the very point. The word at is basically like this symbol, okay? This is at, okay? So when you say at the end, you're talking about this point, at the end. And you're talking about this specific point, okay? You're talking about this specific point. You're not talking about the last moments of something. You're talking about at the end. For example, you're telling a story and you want to tell me at the end of the story you understand why I was late. Okay, so I know I have to wait till the end, and at the end I will understand why you were late. Okay, so this is just an example. But when you say in the end, you're talking about, well, this is in, okay? Let me use, this is a box, okay? This is a box, and this is in. When something is inside this box, that's in, okay? So if you say in the end, you're talking about either a period in the end. You can talk about a period, like a real period, like, for example, in the end, I made it. So maybe you tried many times and in the end you made it. Or instead, you can talk about a situation that in the end is not so important. Okay, what do you use in the end? It's because it's a period. It's like to say, all in all, it's not important. In the end, it's not so important. So it can be either something real, like in the end, so the end period, or in the end as in like like that song, you know, like Linkin Park song that said, in the end it doesn't even matter, right? Do you remember that song? It's such a beautiful song, in the end. If you don't know it, just go listen to it. I know that I cannot put it into my live because otherwise YouTube may block me, but anyway, in the end, it's a beautiful song, and that's what it states. You know, it states that I've done so much. You know, as far as I remember, the chorus is I've done so much and I got so far. So after all I've done, in the end, it didn't even matter. So in the end, like in conclusion, all right, and like after taking everything into consideration, in the end, it didn't even matter. Yes, it wasn't a happy song. Anyway, we got eventually, right? So let's go to eventually. Eventually is when you are here, okay, and you're talking about a future event, boom. And this future event, you say eventually. For example, let's say I want to learn Spanish, which, by the way, I'm more fluent in English than in Spanish, but this is because I'm mostly speaking English during the day, right? So eventually I'll be able to speak Spanish too, or better, as fluent as I am with English. This is because I know that I will eventually be able to speak Spanish fluently, but at the moment my Spanish is still a B1 level, okay, to understand, to make it clear. Right now I'm at a B1 level with Spanish, but see, yes, Manuel, yes, I'm sorry, I know that you come from Colombia and mi español no es muy bueno. But eventually I'll be good, you know? I just don't know when exactly. And this is the biggest difference. The biggest difference is exactly this. In the end, at the end, they talk about a specific moment in time, at the end of something or in the end of a period. Eventually is a long shot, okay? Eventually is a long distance, like you don't know, but eventually it'll happen, okay? This is how you use it, and this is the difference. Let me know if it was clear. Let me know, I'm curious to know, because now it's time for our vocabulary challenge. Okay, so how do we do this? If this is the first time you're watching, no, Manuel, that's not good Spanish. That's just, eso es solo bastante para ir adelante, pero no es lo que necesito no es lo que quiero. It's not what I want. I want a better level of Spanish, but I know that I only need to practice, you know, just like English, guys. Every language is the same. I'm preparing a video on this topic, and you want to watch it. And you say, Lolly, in the end equals finally. No, in the end doesn't equal finally. Because they're different, they're very different images. In the end, all right, is a period. When you say finally, you're talking about the same period, finally, but it's like you mean you're happy. You mean you're happy for it, okay? You're happy. Like for example, finally, let's say in 2 years time, okay, in a 2 year time, I'll be able to eventually speak Spanish as I want to. So finally, I'll be happy. Finally, I got to the Spanish level I want, right? You say with this Spanish you can come to Colombia. Gracias, mi amigo, y será un placer. Sí, sí, sí. It'll be a pleasure. Thank you so much. Absolutely. So back to us, right? Back to us because yeah, we were talking about our vocabulary challenge. And what happens if you don't know what it is? It's very easy. Well, basically, I'm going to in a minute find a word coming from a list of words I selected, and well, you will only need to guess which word it is, and this is it. If you guess it, you gain 1 point, and that's all. If you are watching this as a recording, play with us, play along, and write down your answer down in the comments, because you can actually see, okay, you can see your the chat even in a recording, which means you know if somebody else already guessed the word or not. So for this reason, do participate whether you're watching it live or as a replay, because it's more fun if you participate, right? So back to us. Now let me open, because I forgot to do it. I usually already open the list, but this time I completely forgot about it. So I'm opening now. And here we go. No, not ready. Here we go. One more second. It happens, you know? It's okay. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna close my eyes. First of all, I have to do this. Okay, now I'm gonna close my eyes. Let's begin the game. I'm gonna choose this one. Okay. So, this word is a noun. It's pretty easy because it's something people do. It's something people do for a living. It's something people do for a living, and it's a manual thing. You do it for a living. It's manual, and let me see. You do it for a living. It's something you do manually, and it really helps people who are not really technological. Yes, absolutely. Well, yes, you are right, Lolly. I mean, but that's not the word we're talking about. But yes, that's a job. Yes, it's a particular one though. It's a job you do to help people that are not so tech savvy, right? This is a new word, tech savvy. You know, like they're not good with technologies, okay? So they're not tech savvy. And let me see. Nowadays, most of the maybe software companies around also have this position, and it's not an assistant, and it's not nerd. It's a position. Oh yes, I said that most maybe software companies have this position because it's there to help when something breaks up. Okay, when something breaks, people may call the company I call the software company, and that's Italian, Irina. Let me see. I support. And well, yes and no. I mean, it's well. Let's say that that's a generic word. Okay, support is something generical, whereas here we're looking for something more specific. We're looking for a word specific, and let's say, because as I said, like many companies have it. For example, if the light goes out, let's say the light goes out, it goes out in the whole neighborhood. So maybe it's about nighttime, the light goes out and everyone is in the dark. So what do? It's not a tutor. You call and they send somebody. Oh, it's so easy now. It's so easy. I can't say how much is easy. Oh my God. I said it, basically. Who are they going to call? Who is going to come to save the day and restore the light and restore the electricity? Not assistance. I know you can make it, but I also know it's pretty difficult because it requires you to understand, right, or figure out what I'm saying. And you just need to think about it a little more. That's all. You just need to think about it. So let's speak up, okay? Hold on. Yeah, Rina. Technician, that's right, yeah. Very well, you girl. That was the word, absolutely. Good job, Irina. Yeah, that's right. And let me write it down, by the way. So we got Irina with 1 point. Yeah, good, very good. Yes, it was a technician, because when you call the electric company, right? When you call the electric company, then they may say, all right, we're going to send somebody to help you, right? To help you with your electricity problem. Or a software company, okay? You call the software company and you maybe require help with their software. Well, a technician will answer straight away and tell you what to do or not to do, right? So here we go. Yeah, good job, Rina. Well done. Awesome. Okay, so on with the word number 2. But before that, yes, Manuel, yes, you say if you come to Colombia, please let me know. I will. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I will definitely let you know. Why not? Absolutely, because I've been telling you. I'll be saying it live. Like, hey, in a month I'm going to Colombia. It may happen. So eventually, I will also have a trip to Colombia for sure. Oh, I know that. I know that because I wanna visit Colombia. So it's gonna happen. Anyway, back to us and back to the second word, right? Let's go. Let's play together. So if you're new here, because I see that there are some new people joining, and hello Alex, and hello, you're from Morocco, I'm from Spain. We're pretty close, by the way, because I live in the Canary Islands, so we're pretty close. Hello Alex. So if you're new here, we are playing a game together. We're playing a vocabulary game, and basically in a few seconds I'm going to start describing a word and you will need to guess the word with us, alright? Let's do it. So now I'm going to choose the word and I'm going to do it blinded because it's more fun. So I choose this one. Okay. So this is something, it's something you, it's something you may eat. Well, it's something ever present in the Italian food, in the Italian traditions. Okay, so like if you're Italian, then you're a little bit more, you have a little advantage. Okay, but anyway, it's present all over the world. Okay, it's a vegetable. It's green, and it's most, no, I can't say that. That'll be too easy. Okay, so I have to find out something a little less easy. We said it's green. It's something you eat. It's a vegetable, and it's not pizza. It's not pizza. No. It's a vegetable. It's something ever present, which means that it's present everywhere. I mean, like, not everywhere. When I say ever present, I mean that it's present in basically almost any dish. If it's if it's a savory dish, which means if it's not sweet, if it's not a dessert, then it's present, especially with fish. And now this is not, especially with fish, it's not something just that belongs to Italians. Like everywhere I've seen, fish is often presented with this. It's not avocado, but it is parsley. Yes, it is. Wow. Congratulations. Wow, what's going on? Today you're on fire, eh? Wow, you're not leaving the rest. You're not leaving anything to the rest. Look at that. 2 points. Okay, okay. So we got another point to Irina. Hey, but anyway, congratulations to Manuel for trying, and of course for Lolly and Alex. Don't worry, maybe you didn't guess it this time, but you're always here. You can always definitely try to guess the next word, right? And yes, today, Irina, you're on fire. Wow. Let's go with the next one. And the next one, let's see if I can come up with a word that is not so easy. Let me see. You must know, guys, that I have a list of 780 something words. So I'm just going up and down the list right now. Blindfolded, so I cannot see it. And this way it's just more fun, you know? Because when you have to choose, then it's not fun anymore. Here. This guys is a very easy word. Okay, so Irina, just hold on a second, okay? Before going into guessing it, just let the other participate, because this is very easy. Okay, it's an action. It's an action you perform. Well, I'd say that at least 90% of adults perform this action. Yeah, 90% of adults perform this action every day, almost. But to do this action, you need to have something. But 90% of adults have it. Right? So for that reason, I say that. Because it's easy, I'm trying to find a little more complicated words. Okay, so It's to do this action, you need to go to a particular school. It's not take a shower. Because, hey, come on, I hope that 100% of people, young and adults, do take showers, right? So this is something that kids cannot do, all right? This action is something only for adults. For over 18 usually in many countries, but in America it's over 16. And I just said something. I know is very, 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 very revealing, all right? Yeah, because you gotta be 16 in America to do this action. Okay, but maybe you don't know that. Okay, so if you don't know that, that wasn't of any help. So you need a particular thing, and the thing you need is usually pretty expensive to do this action, but it's not study. Once again, for the same reason, Manuel, because even kids do study. Yeah. Now this action is something you is only for adults again, and you need to be over 18 or over 16 to do it, and you need some kind of you need to first take a course. Yes, and you need a document. You also need a document. With a document, without a document, then you can't do it. Yeah, without a document you can't do this action, you can't perform this action. If they catch you without a document, you may be in some troubles. Well, Lolly, you're pretty close, right? Of course, Irina, if you want to guess it, if you want to try to guess it at least, if you want to try to guess it, Irina, now you can. It's something, it's also an action well, there are people who actually base their own jobs on this action, and because not everybody does this action, so these people do this action for people who don't have this document, right? So they cannot perform this action. Come on, you guys, come on. I know you can make it. This is pretty easy. Lolly, you're very close, okay? I'm telling you, you're very close. We're looking for an action. Whereas driver's license is a noun. Irina, you guessed it. Come on. Yes, we're talking about to drive. Wow, what's going on there? What is going on? Tell me what's going on. Congratulations. Yeah, to drive. Yeah, another point to you. Amazing. What's going on? Hey, what is going on, really? Lolly, usually you're the first one to guess it. But that's okay. It's good. Basically, when we're playing this game, girls win always. In fact, let me see, because I know of a couple of girls here who are not participating, which are Adele and Chaturika. I think Chaturika is a girl. I think you are a girl. Yeah. Let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, but hey, come on, you girls, come on, and of course you guys, Alex and Manuel and other guys who I don't know here, just do participate because this way it's more fun. Yeah, do you want to leave all the fun to Irina? Come on. Anyway, back to us and back to the word number 4. Once again, same, same. I close my eyes. This way is more fun. Do you know why I say it's more fun? Because this way I don't have to think and consciously decide the word. Because when you have to consciously decide something, it's always more difficult. Imagine when you are into an ice cream shop, okay? You are confronted with so many different alternatives. I'm sure you guys know the feeling of, oh my God, which one do I choose, right? So if you do the same action blindfolded, probably it's a good idea. And I'm telling you, next time I'm gonna do the same, yeah. Anyway, here is the word. Okay, this is an interesting word. It's an action. This word is an action. And it's not easy, but I'm going to make it a little more easy, right? When you perform this action, well, for example, I can perform this action on an object. And when I perform this action on this object changes. In a nutshell, this is it, okay? So, in a nutshell, you got it. Now, also, this word, this action, is often used in religious contexts. Yeah, when somebody decides to buy into a religion, into a creed, then there's an action, and it's the same action, okay? It's just that it's often used in those kinds of contexts, whereas it's not so much used for changing this, right? But the action is the same and the meaning is the same. The same action is also used in the computer world. In the computer world, world. In the computer world, if you have, now it's easier, if you have a type of file and you want to have another type of file, then you will need this action. Yes, because this action is exactly that. Well, considering the time, considering that this is the last word, and considering that it's almost the end of it, we are in the end of the game, right? So yes, you can, Irina, you can. Come on. Hold on though, hold on. If you haven't written yet, hold on. Let's give it a chance. Yes, it was to convert, yet it was too late. Congratulations one more time. Wow, guys, 4 out of 4. 4 out of 4. This is awesome. Yeah. Wow. So really, this is awesome. Now, let me explain the word in case you don't know it. Okay, convert. Convert is this action here. If I can get to the page. Okay, here we go. So, convert. Did you guys know this word? To convert? Convert is when something becomes something else, and it's used in the computer realm to define when you convert an MP3 file into a WAV file, or PDF document into a Word document, for example. And it's also used in religious context, in case you are, I don't know, maybe you have no religion and you get into Islam, then you say that you convert to Islam, okay? Or let me see, convert is also the and this is the way I like the most. It's also when you take, for example, this one, which is a brush pen, and maybe you use it as a support for something. Maybe you build something, you know, you build something MacGyver style, you know, and so you convert a simple thing, right? You convert a simple brush pen into a support, right? Then in that case, you convert it. Okay, so this is it. We got till the end. We got to the end of our journey together, or better, not a journey together, of our life together. It's been a pleasure to be here with you guys. A real, authentic pleasure. So I'm going to see you back next Saturday. Next Saturday, I'll be here live. And once again, happy Easter to you all. Have a wonderful Easter time. Have a wonderful week ahead. And that's it. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.